give me all your color? Won't you give me all your There's a look upon your face, can't tell what it says. I think it may be my fault. Can you tell me what I've done? Don't just up and run. I know it may seem difficult. Forgive me for my failures. You shouldn't let this break us. I'll always be your baby. Just tell me how to fix it. There's no written script that tells me how to be your lady. Don't lose your grip on whatever this is. Don't fall apart on these two broken hearts. Don't lose your grip on whatever this is. Don't fall apart on these two broken hearts. I wish I could read your mind, used to do it all the time, but lately you've been shut down. Can you tell me what I've done? I
Yeah,
know this
because
might
beyond
sound
just having us in here, I was just gonna keep messing with this tone until it aggravated me to the point of no end, and then hit F5 and see if it got better. Now I'm thinking I shouldn't have taken that water facility away. Yeah, I can hear you. Good, now I know that I'm actually recording the audio, so it's all good. Oh, I'm home ready for any questions you all have. For the chit chat. Like I said, is this about Townstar, Mafia, life, whatever you want to chit chat about, because I get tired after a while of just talking in either 8 or 17-year-old boy lingo. Yeah, but at least being a dad, my mindset is usually in that somewhere between 8 and 17-year-old frame anyway. Oh, I hate the money. I want that Malta skin so bad.
Don't seem to wanna listen even when my heart knows
Mhm.
the truth. It doesn't
My
matter
biggest issue right now is balancing the water, the bowls, and the lumber all together.
the good we had has slipped away,
Yeah,
away.
just so I could get these guys down here using up the water, but not having to worry about the shade from these other things. And I thought it would work good, but now that I have 5 forklifts all dumping in these warehouses, these water guys most of the time have to walk to the further warehouses, and then they're not able to keep up now. I know when I had one extra one, I was way overproducing. Screw it, a beehive's going there. I don't care. That's gonna kill my lumber. Very nice. Was that full honeycomb or with like passive money too? Okay. I'm selling almost 1,000 clay lumps an hour to help out with the money. Oh, what's your travel time on the express? Oh, ouch. Yeah, you gotta sell the higher value of things. Yeah, and that one takes what, close to 5 minutes? Dang. I hate this guy right here. I have one lumber mill who just sits back here and waits for the extra wood so I don't start piling up wood. These guys don't know what to do. But so he only makes like one lumber every 10 minutes. Wonder if I could delete him and be okay. I want to get to 5 million with 24 hours left. If I can hit 5 million with 24 hours, I should be able to coast making about 365, 368 an hour.
Give me reasons to doubt, try to keep me down, but I'll put the flame out. You can't get to me.
Oh yeah.
Throw your sticks and your stones.
Well, and then when you look at, you know, making your, like even I'm thinking I'm like 25 honey, okay, 30 honey an hour. Even at that point, that's basically one of these guys running all hour long. Well, one and a half of these guys almost running all hour long to make the 30 honey. So then that's 600 a minute times, well, it'll be 900 a minute times 60. What's that come to? Yeah, 54,000 that I have to spend just in having them here to make honey. So as I started thinking about it, it's like, you know, maybe just one sheep pen and pumping out that wool might have been a better use of all this, because then I could have just had one ATV a hell of a lot cheaper. $110 an hour. Hi. What's your minutely wage?
You won't put the flame out, you can't get to me. Say what you wanna say, go take it all away. But
You would think with getting,
no, you can't get to me.
you would think with that wool you'd be doing okay. But I suppose you're just selling basically that and honeycombs. Yeah. Okay. Taking one of them down. Yeah, because each one, I mean, you gotta assume each one's only making about 20 an hour tops. So how much are you selling per hour? Okay. Yeah, because if you're selling more than one stack or your 2 stacks with your depots, then yeah, you don't need that extra one costing you that 40 some thousand an hour. Oh yeah, look, that guy got 2 wood now. Because that, it's crazy how that throws it off. Even if I've got 1 extra wood every few minutes, throwing it in there, these guys get to be this stupid lumber mill guys. They go back and forth, and oh, you filled me up. Let me go drop that wood back off and not produce lumber so you can fill more wood up. Where can I stick a logger? Although I am doing okay on lumber. It's just all this stuff stays so low except for my energy and my clay lumps. At my height though, I was making $3.69 an hour, but I was not making any money. I was hoping between making a whole ton of honeycombs and enough of the clay lumps, it'd be enough to sustain, but nope. I'd be sustaining with that Malta NFT. I tell you, they always have a way of pumping up those NFTs to be useful and make me want to FOMO in on them. Hey, Whoosh just made it. And Goda here too.
Okay.
Hey, hey.
All good.
That works.
Hey, who is that I just heard? Is that
That'd
Goda?
be whoosh. That'd be whoosh.
Whoosh. Hey, Whoosh.
How are you guys?
Oh. The same old, same old. Waiting for the town to actually show me something amazing and then getting mad when it doesn't. Although I do know after this week how I would do bees. Definitely a clover on each side. So you guys that did that, bravo. Well, when I see some of these bastards way over here go all the way to the top left to get a clover, it's like, okay, seriously, you guys could have made a whole honeycomb in the time it takes you to get over there. Do I build now? Yeah. At least water seems okay. Oh, and I'm miffed too. The legendary Tesla does not deliver to the pottery shops. She actually, nope, she has to drop the energy off at the warehouse. They have to grab the energy from the warehouse. Yeah. Yeah. Legendary Tesla problems. Ooh.
So who are we? Who we're waiting for someone, or it's just?
No, it's just kind of an impromptu get to say hi to the community when we're not all under the stress of doing the land rush or the first few hours of building.
Yeah.
I always feel bad when that's going on. People are like, "What do I do? What do I do?" I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's
I'm trying to
complicated.
figure out what to do myself.
Yeah, it's super complicated.
Deposit of wood. One wood. There we go.
Yeah, I don't think this is working.
I've been saying that all week.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's so unstable. At least last night, I sacrificed a little bit of production to at least not run out of money while I slept, like like it happened 2 days ago.
Yeah, when I saw that little thing on your stream saying to catch some Z's or whatever, and then all your guys had Z's above them, I was like, oh, that's kind of ironic.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what happened. But I think I ran out of money like at 6 a.m. and I was on the computer at 7. So yeah,
Okay.
it was enough to drop like 100 points, 100 ranks. So
Right.
it sucks, but yeah,
Okay.
it's what it is.
Trying to remember which way the beehives are. It's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, they should make the entrances more obvious because sometimes they're just running
they
around.
did that on purpose.
Did they?
Yeah, they did that on purpose, yeah, for sure.
Hmm.
I think that's right now. Let's see which way he leaves.
Well, it's kind of a
Okay.
50-50 sort of thing because it has two two spots where the entrances are the same.
Could be.
Yeah, so it's
But then
like
the
a
thing is, once you're
50-50.
trying to pair it up with another one, it's a 1 in 25 or a 25% shot to get it right.
Well, you have to do it one by one. You have to wait
Oh
for
yeah,
the.
I went here and I was sitting here. Okay, click on him. Okay, where's he going? Where's he going? Oh, okay, gotta spin him. Oh, he's
Yeah.
still going out the other way. That must mean I have to spin him.
Yeah, you have to wait for one at a time for them to do
Right.
it, which is annoying.
Selling every freaking minute is annoying. Oh.
But to be honest, this was fun. Yeah,
Oh yeah, something
this
totally
was a lot of
different
fun.
and
So different and different elements, different sorts of build, different speeds, workers, and I think this was pretty cool.
I was about to go and send a to Mal and say thanks Mal for letting us stay outside the box and
Yeah.
put in quotation marks and see if he said anything more about the box that we need to be thinking about.
Yeah, and also like there is a few peeves that I have, mainly with the clovers.
Oh, where you can't see the
You can't
differences
see, yeah,
except
you
for
can't
right
see.
when they grab it. Yeah.
You can't see. Well, the only difference I see is when they finish the timer, so there's like an animation in the flowers, but that's it.
Well, there is right when they take it too. Let me see if I've got
Well, yeah,
someone.
that's when
Yeah,
they take it,
him,
they
that
remove
little
it. Yeah.
loop, and then it just comes right
Yeah.
back up.
So
Yeah.
it should stay as soon as they remove it. The flowers
It should stay little.
small. Yeah, and then
Yeah.
when the timer finishes, then it should be back to the same.
Yeah, wait for
size
him to
as it is now.
again. Alright. But is there a little animation when they
Yeah,
are
they do
done too?
a little pop up like they become
I haven't even
bigger and
watched
then
that.
smaller again. Yeah. They kind of pop out of the ground.
Oh, yeah. Then why the heck couldn't they just leave them small and then have
Yeah,
that be the
I
animation? It'd
think
be
it's,
so much nicer.
Yeah, it's a coding thing, I guess. It's not I don't think they.
But so many times I've gone through just clicking on every single one, seeing okay.
Yeah, exactly. You have to click each one to see the timers, to see if everything's being taken.
Well, now I'm just wondering with, you just look at the last 2 months and the amount of stuff they've added compared to the last 2 years of the
Yeah.
game. This is going to be insane after about another 6 months if they keep up like this.
Yeah. And the thing is, I'm seeing is that they're gonna start also like cross cross production. Like now you have honey, you can do honey cakes, right? Like and the possibilities start to grow exponential with so many different elements, and then you can create almost your own metas. You do whatever
Yep,
you
and
want.
that's what I'm hoping they're going to be getting to, because that's kind of what I always wanted before we got all these new things. Was
Yeah.
I was constantly trying to do 2 builds together to see if you could be more productive with that than you could just one solitary.
Yeah. Because that will give you so many more variations, and nobody needs to be doing exactly the same thing. They could
Right,
just
exactly.
do, for example, you need to reach like a certain amount per hour or a certain amount of stars per day, you know? And it doesn't
Yep,
matter
kind of
what
like
you
that
do,
that
you
golden
just,
area.
Yeah, you just do whatever you want, you know, you build whatever you want. If you want to do blue steel, you do blue steel if you're really good at that. And as long as you meet the threshold, you know, and then you get like
Yeah, you're not talking months on end of everybody doing their same uniform build over and over
Yeah.
and over.
Yeah, they could do variations for sure. There's always like those people coming on the Discord and say like, oh, why you keep messing up with the meta? Just don't, you know, you're messing it up. It's like, what are you talking about, man? So you want to do blue steel for the rest of your life? Or
Right. Well,
uniforms?
a lot of people
Like,
like,
what?
okay, I spent all this time, all this energy getting it perfected, and now you changed it on
It's
me.
so strange
Thanks.
that people think that way. It's actually baffling to me. So you have
Well,
a
and it's
game
funny because
yeah.
yeah, people at the beginning were like, oh, we need something other than what we've been doing for months. And then instead of just doing it once in a while, okay, we're going to change it every week.
Well, yeah. It's
I mean,
so
when is
strange.
the last time we had true vanilla?
Well, it was in beginning of May, right? For the
Yep,
May Mayhem with
Basically, it was still
uniforms and
blue steel meta.
Yeah. So that was a long time ago already. Well, you know what? I'm just happy that they kept the competitions going, because I
Yeah.
was very, very scared that after May it would go back to what it was before. So
I was hoping we would stay weekly, but I'm not gonna lie, I really like the downtime in between right now.
yeah, I was going to say it really, until like things are different in terms of how the game runs, it requires a lot of energy and a lot of time, a lot of investment for what the prizes
Yep.
are. So
I mean, if they would have done like 3.5-day competitions, weekly would have been fine.
yeah,
But I
guess
almost want them to go to like 6.5-day competitions if we're gonna do it twice a month.
yeah. And I think the
Because
longer
that'll give a lot of people without the NFTs time to get to that build and actually start catching up to the people that
Yes.
have just coasted on the NFTs.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. Like, the longer competitions are nice because gives like a little bit more of a, you know, a bit of more time for people to catch up and to rebalance their stuff and just let it run, right? But the shorter competitions are more, and they should have a different objective, I believe. Like the longer competitions should have a different sort of
Like a
reward or
mid-competition meta change.
I don't know, something like objectives, for example, missions or quests.
That you have to hit each day for like a multiplier.
Yeah, something like that.
I'm thinking we might see some of that here once they get the economy figured out and people can either, use town coin to buy the mission completion for the modifier or just complete the missions every day.
Yeah,
Because I'm guessing they're going to add a hell of a lot more depth than just new items.
I think so. I believe so, and I hope so as well. I really have faith that, and they're pushing a lot. Everybody's
yeah.
just everybody's a little bit afraid and a little bit, bearish.
So what does everybody think of Paladin?
Yeah, but then you look at what they're doing and actually what they are doing, and you go like, wow, okay. There's FUD and there's this and there's that, and obviously there's bad things that are happening that that people do not appreciate. The cheaters and this and that. There's always going to be. Every game has cheaters, so it's going to happen, right? So it's just a way to just be logical about it. You know? If there's a game, even on games that you cannot monetize, they're just like games. There's cheaters on them.
Right, because they want to be the best, they want the recognition, and
Yeah.
they don't care.
Yeah, they don't care. So, in a game that actually offers some sort of reward for your time and for playing, do you really think that you're gonna have a way to keep cheaters away? It's gonna be hard, you know. So, like I think Bitbender was saying something along these lines that you know what, cheaters are going to be here. So let's have them like sort of play part of what they are and just make sure that they are not taking advantage of the system in a way that they can actually cheat, you know, because they are going to cheat either way. So there might
And I
be-
think Galachain will help with the biggest cheating right now,
yeah.
where they go and place the NFTs and send them to the next account to place them, then send them to the next one, and they
Yeah.
still all get the buffs from them.
Yeah, I don't understand how that is even possible, man.
Well, have you ever sold an NFT after you've had it placed in your town?
No.
Okay, I did that a few times, and then when I went back to town, it was placed
It's
there, and
still
you could
there.
still, you could still claim it, and it would say, here's a certain amount of TP for it, but as soon as you claim it, it would revert to the amount, but the effect stayed in place.
Okay.
So even
Yeah.
as long as it's placed there, you never touch it, and it stays there. Even though you don't own it, you will get the effect from it.
I understand how it works. I understood how the cheat was being made. I'm just what I'm trying to say is that I don't even understand how they made this mistake.
I mean, how they don't track it to stop it.
Well, if you sell, it's no longer in your account. If it's no longer
Yeah, how
on
it
your
even
account,
is-
how is it still there in the game?
I'm guessing it's a coding thing there too, because to forcibly remove something from someone's town because it's not in their wallet might be a tough feat. I mean, I'm no coder or anything. I don't know what it would be involved to do that, but I'm guessing that's what's holding them back.
Well, it is.
But I think you should take away.
blockchain,
You
right?
should be able to take away the effect, even if you can't take
Yeah.
away the item.
Exactly.
You should be able to take away the effect.
Exactly.
But if they've all got a contract number and stuff like that. If you just had a ledger that said this one's already here, you can't
And then
place it.
just erase. Yep.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's blockchain. That's why in my head it doesn't make sense why this hasn't been like checked in terms
Rectified?
of retroactive effects. If the
What
NFT
I-
is no longer there, how is it still
What I don't get that's gotten me the most upset is not that it's been happening and they've been doing it, but they have, the Ledger of Truth that can track some of these things, and yet these people were still getting paid out. I mean, fine, let them do it, let them transfer it, let them get the effect, let them think they've placed well, and then all of a sudden, oh sorry, you get nothing, and you're banned.
It's kind of weird. The system that they have in place is clearly not working, and the other thing is they're flying people. Like for example, in our guild, there's a case of Pew that he got flagged.
Yeah, and he's
without even
coming here
doing
shortly
anything.
too.
So how does that even happen? How do you get flagged?
Well, and I understand they don't want to say how you got flagged or why, just because if you are a cheater, you can find a way to circumvent it, but it just hurts knowing the world we live in that usually when you're accused, someone provides you some sort of proof, and here they don't.
The thing is, like, okay, not long ago I actually watched a documentary of a guy that used to be like the hacker of games. I don't know if you heard about
Like a
this.
white hat.
Yeah. Well, no, he was a black hat. He used to just cheat, find.
Oh, okay.
He used to just find loopholes in the code in the client's side of the game, and then he would just like exploit the hell out of it, right? And he kept doing it just because. Well, the thing is, like, he played the game for fun, And then he just decided to go, okay, I'm bored, what I'm going to do, and then he started to do these kind of things. So later, he thought like, okay, this is wrong, I shouldn't be doing this. So he started selling his services as a white hat to companies to sort of protect their own systems, their own games against cheaters, right? These type of guys, it doesn't matter if the company patches it up and finds a solution for that hole. He would be always trying to find a solution and get around the problem, and he always did.
No.
This is one guy, right? So, like, if you think you're gonna prevent cheating, that's not going to happen, right? You cannot do it. What you can do, is just like verify that who's cheating, who's doing things that are anomalous, and then punish them or ban them, because you cannot prevent this. It's impossible. Like, it's really something that it's like, how do you do it? You know. Unless
Well,
you
now
have,
talking about banning accounts and banning people, what are your thoughts on KYC getting implemented for Townstar?
It is a blockchain game. It's very controversial.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know, man. Like, for me personally, I don't care. I would do it if it came to that. But I understand why people don't want to do it. So,
Well, and it's twofold while people don't want to do it. Because first, I mean, anonymity is the name of the game in the space we're in.
Yeah.
But then there's also the fact that how do you verify your own account to have like sub-scholar accounts? Because, I mean, you go look at BTB, NTM, all the scholar accounts they have, you implement KYC and it's not something that says, you know, once you're verified you can have so many scholar accounts under you, then they lose out all those scholars.
I don't think that would be an issue. I think that would be like, for example, you have your main account under KYC, right? Even if it's completely like hush hush and super secure and whatever. Let's just pretend KYC will not be hacked, right?
Okay.
Let's just pretend that would not happen. You could have your main account, and under that account you would have scholar accounts. You have a main account, and then you have branches inside your account to say like, okay, I want to open another account under this KYC. So whatever happens under this account, it's my responsibility, it's my KYC, I respond for it. But whoever is managing this scholar account is a different person. But you will be like ultimately responsible for it, right? Because
It could work. I mean, that's kind of something we're looking at with the spider tanks thing, with the amount of spider tanks assets the Mafia has, and for them talking about implementing KYC and each account being able to only rent out one tank.
it doesn't work.
That really hurts.
Yeah, it doesn't work. It needs to be something like along these lines, that like even if they implement KYC, the accounts then need to be able to sort of branch out into scholars accounts or like, for example, like it's exactly the same way as you have, like, for example, a Binance account, right? You have your main account, your Binance account, and you have your portfolio, and you have KYC, and it says inside the Binance account, create new account. You just create a new username, and that's it. You just create a new password, and you put like $50 in it, and you run it with $50. So it's literally your account, but you can create a new user for that account, a new password. So I don't think that is a huge deal. I think this could be circumvented, this situation. But I think like where you have a point is like, well, should we actually do KYC? That's what people.
Yeah, that's the biggest point.
Yeah, that's the deepest point, because I think the rest of it can be solved.
Yeah, but I think that's the only way you can do it. You leave one person accountable for all those scholar accounts underneath it.
Yep.
Well,
And that would be great too, because then you got I mean, you almost have to do KYC on your own scholars then to make sure they're not scammers or anything.
Yeah, but that's
Well, you should do that anyway, really.
Oh, exactly.
yeah, you should, because I mean, if you have like hundreds of thousands of dollars and you're borrowing like an account to some random person, you need to make sure that that person is reliable, right?
Hmm.
So you need to also do your own diligence in that.
Still waiting for the Godfather to give me full keys to the account. Well, yeah, that's actually.
Sunday, you don't want that, mate.
Well, it actually hurt a bit earlier this week because I had one of the sessions where it went to refresh and then I went to reload the game. It wouldn't get past 0%. I'm like, what the hell? Closed the app, opened it back up, and it said, we've emailed you a verification code. And I'm like, shit.
Yeah.
Because I knew on the West Coast that the Godfather was still sleeping. I'm like, oh no, oh no, oh no. So went from 3rd to 10th in a matter of 2 hours with that downtime.
Yeah.
And it's like, just because I couldn't have access to that damn code.
Yeah.
And I know that's always a scare for any scholars too.
Yeah, it is quite tricky. As soon as that
It's a hell of a lot better than it was like, what, a year and a half ago? Where you almost needed to have like the 2-factor authentication like twice a week to keep playing.
Right. I mean, this is a good system. I don't disagree with it, but it just presents a problem sometimes. It does.
Well, now if they go and do what they're talking about implementing to where, you know, your town can run offline and everything and it all happens on the back end and your stuff keeps running, that could be a huge help to some of this stuff that we have with the issues with it going down, not being able to get in right away.
Yeah. Well, eventually, I still think there will be crashes because I mean, it's software, right? It's going to happen.
Yeah.
But it's probably a lot more reliable than the system that we have right now.
Alright, I hate logging in or waking up, looking at the screen, and it's gray with that little pixelated frowny face.
It's just so painful because, you know, you spend time and you invest and then just, it's not like your fault. It's not your error. It's not you screwing up. It's freaking, you know.
If you can have the best build in the world, you can out in #1 spot just in front of Hello World, and then you go down for 30 minutes and you got to spend 2 days trying to catch up.
Yeah, that's terrible. Yeah. But,
nice
I mean,
about
also, like, the one thing I say usually to these situations is that everybody's open to this, you know. Everybody crashes. Everybody has computer issues, internet issues, power issues, you know. So it's kind of like a bit of a situation where you usually have, or you don't have it yet, but you will have probably like randomized weather effects or something like that. So this is kind of like
yeah, what was that? Town Simulator or back in the day? Yeah.
Tornado.
Oh, you had a little tornado go through. Yeah.
An earthquake, and you have to rebuild like some stuff.
Yeah, your roads, all your power lines. God, I remember playing that all the time as a kid.
Yeah. So it's like that, but in real life, right? So you have to troubleshoot your IRL as well.
Remember the time we just played games for entertainment?
Yeah, well, to be honest, this is quite good, man. I'm super happy
It is.
that I'm playing this game.
And I get so mad when people say that Townstar isn't fun. It's like, you're just not the right type of gamer for Townstar, so get out and give your NFTs to someone who finds this fun.
Yeah, go play
It's
CSV
not,
or
it's
some
not
shit.
fun. It's very frustrating.
Well, yes, it's frustrating, but I think that's the problem-solving part of it is actually what makes it so damn fun, because in your head you're like, I know I can do better, I know I can do better, what am I missing? I'm gonna figure this out.
Some days you go, no, I can't. I'm just going to bash my head against the wall.
I have done that before. I've closed out the whole thing and I said, okay, now you sit and think about what you've done. I'm going for a smoke.
Yeah. Some days it's like that. Like some builds you just put so much effort and you see like, okay, this is not working. I don't have enough time. This is not going anywhere. let's just focus on the next one because
Right.
this one is dead already. It's just cannot do anything.
See, I have
about it.
I have a tough time doing that. Even if I was sitting like in 2000's place, I'll be like, okay, what do I need to do to get to 1800?
Yeah, but the pressure is
I
different.
can do this.
But the pressure is different, right? You don't feel that same pressure anymore because you're not fighting for the top 50 or the top 100.
No.
You know.
Yeah, once I dropped from third, I didn't feel the pressure anymore.
Yeah, that's it. Well, because you can. You can.
Yeah. Not unless I had that multi NFT. Although I should get back up to 7. I should get ahead of Comb My Honey and Amarthil with a long enough time. Oh, Lati just went down too. Although Nebs, I want to see his damn build. Well, that does help too.
What they have anything special to make it better?
Oh, just right next to a city.
Oh, alright.
So that does help a little bit, but
I kind of.
I haven't seen Nebs before, so I'm just.
Okay.
It looks like he's actually producing and playing the game right, so I don't know.
I think a lot of these new names are old names reinvented.
They could be.
It's possible. Yeah.
I also think that this build was a huge build to allow for a lot of names that haven't been able to be up there to actually show their metal. Because like if you look at this, without my water NFTs, all I'm using is the Tesla
Yeah.
and
And
the
the
dragon. Yeah,
Don't forget
the dragon does help quite a bit too, but yeah, if I was by water, I'd be using one fountain and a Tesla and the dragon, and a lot of people that have to try to keep up with those NFTs, the multitude of NFTs, all they helped with this week was the rush.
Yeah. But the rush.
Yeah, but that's still a big thing.
The
Getting,
rush, yeah.
getting
The rush is everything.
The rush
The
is
rush
crucial.
everything, right?
I wish I would have rushed for another hour to have another couple million.
I've seen so many builds, like end builds, where I finish the competition and then I go check like the rate per hour, the stars per hour, and sometimes I'm higher than like a lot of people on top of it. It's just
Yep,
like
but they just got there so quick that
yeah,
you
they
can't
just
catch
got-
up.
They just did a stronger rush than I did, you know, or they sell faster or something like that, you know. So the rush is very very important.
And what I've also found too, I don't know if you guys notice this too, but at about 4 hours seems to be the peak production.
Yep.
Because like even this build after 2.5, 3 hours, this was sitting at 356 for honeycomb per hour, and I haven't really changed anything until just this last half hour now. And it's just slowly been dropping.
Yeah, for me, it's like that. It's like after 4 hours, that's when I start hurting.
Yep. So I actually started well, since we did this, I haven't refreshed it, but I have been actually F5ing about every 4 to 8 hours just to get that production boost started again. But now I'm all scared to do that because then I worry that something will happen like did with Fury or something, that it'll happen when I'm doing a sale and then I'll get dinged for trying to do the sale glitch.
So strange that happens.
And of course, we're still just assuming what happened with Fury. We have no clue what they really
Right.
tagged
Because with
it
the other
for.
depots, normally I have done that a few times where, you know, I've not
Oh
done
yeah,
that.
because you can't, because you're constantly selling something, and you had to switch servers most of the time to claim your TP if you weren't using all of your NFTs in your build.
Well, to be honest, I don't think I've ever done a switch server to do that. I think what I've done
Okay.
was reload, like stop and reload and get back to the same. Not
Oh, okay.
really a change server, so I don't have that experience per se.
Okay. I tried not changing servers when it came to claiming, but after a while, when you have to delete that many trees to start putting stuff down, it just
Yeah.
screws up your build more than the 2 minutes to go to the other server and then come back.
Well, assuming you load in faster, you know.
Or yeah, and you don't get hung up,
Yeah.
or you don't have to reload the app.
Yeah, to be honest, I prefer just to get a few trees down and then just place them. But I don't have that many, so it's different as well. You know?
Yeah, I
have that
think
many.
at the the max point. Like right now, if I had wanted to claim everything, I would have no trees.
It's crazy.
So that was the main reason. Because yeah, it'd take me over 5 minutes to place everything down and then lose production and then
Yeah,
claim
that
it and then
doesn't
build
help.
everything back up. Yeah.
In your case, definitely is not a good solution.
If I was making funds though, I would be repositioning all these beehives.
To be honest, I think mine is stable now. I'm doing
Well,
255.
now you've got something wooden to knock on, right?
Yeah, I have my whole table.
Uh-huh.
No, but I've been managing, like, ever since I got back, I just switched two to honey. So I'm producing 1, 2, yeah, I think only 2. Yeah, 2 for honey.
Two
And
for
are you
honey?
doing,
Yeah, 2 for honey.
and you're doing one that's near your resources, right?
Yeah,
Because like I have one running honey that's right next to the pantry
yeah,
and to the lumber mill and to the warehouse, so he can just get fed over and over and over.
yeah, that's the closest.
Yeah.
It's closest to the lumber, not closest to the pantry, but it's pretty close. It's like
Yeah.
3 ties away, so it's not too bad. But yeah,
You know-
it's running fine. It's running fine.
And
now.
does anybody hate beekeepers more than loggers now?
Oh, sweet Jesus, yes.
Oh,
They're all the same.
Oh
Honest-
god. They share one brain between both sets of them.
Well, makes sense. It's a hive mind. See what I did there?
That was a good one. My kids would love that one.
Oh god. Yeah, they're so slow, and then they just do the same thing all over. Like I actually tried to spam workers to see if I could get the products to get picked up faster. No, it just takes the same 10 seconds every time.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've been building between 12 and 18 freaking beekeepers over and over to see what would actually work, and after a while it's like, no, let's just go with a number where no one sleeps and you guys do your own damn thing.
Yep. I think they might take a while to adjust also their paths, like the rest of this stuff, but because they're slow, it might make
I mean, even grandma from the bakery moves
it's
faster.
faster.
Oh, those guys.
Yeah.
Now I'm at a loss too with trying to figure out through all this if having all these forklifts get all these clay lumps is actually helping, or the 150 a minute for each of them and taking up the tile space is screwing it up. Because when I started to look at things, if you aren't using the water drums and you go and set up just, you know, pond water pump, pond water pump, pond water pump on one side, and then just have all these on this side, and then have along the other side of the ponds your clay lumps, I think these guys gathering it quicker is just going to be a hell of a lot cheaper than having all these extra spots be used up so that these guys can take it and sell it. And then I don't know, I was trying to figure out the map, but my brain hurts too far this late into the week.
Yeah.
So I was talking to some of the guys on
Yeah.
the Townscar discussion, and they're doing 300 with like 4 clay pots.
Yep.
You know?
Oh no, I definitely could too. I'm just almost selling 1,000 clay lumps an hour.
yeah.
I was just thinking that, okay, well, if these clay lumps go for 300 a piece, all these guys have to do is harvest 1 a minute, and they paid for their hourly wage. It's like, or their minutely wage. It's like, yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, now I've lost the spots because I have to have so many clay fields. I've lost the spots back here because I have to have so many forklifts. It was all good in theory for the cash, but I think by having that many forklifts costing that much and having that many spaces I can't utilize other things, I think it's a wash. Oh, well, this is why we play all these new builds, to live and learn.
That's right.
And we're gonna be miles ahead of anybody who ever joins up after any new meta.
Yeah.
So I can't even, oh, like it was bad enough when I started playing it. I'm like, oh, I like cake. I'm gonna make cake. And that learning curve for cake, and now have that to be even higher now to go with your deco cakes and everything. No, I can't even imagine if they start bringing new higher tier items beyond that. The learning curve is huge, and that is also one thing I'm worried about with onboarding new people.
But that's where I think like the objective system would be more interesting, right? Because you wouldn't.
Oh yeah, you go
fail.
look at any of the other building games.
Yeah.
They, to complete this,
Yeah.
Good job. Here's lights and buzzers and whistles to make you feel special.
Yeah. Because you would get.
Yeah, but and that's the way they're going to have to go to make it more interesting for the how many they want 10 million players.
Well, it depends who we're asking. Are we asking Benny? Are we asking Paladin?
Right.
No, I mean they want, 10 million daily active users, but they know that's not competitive players. They want that many people playing for fun every day.
Yeah, and I don't see 10 million people. I mean, I like the game. I don't see 10 million people enjoying this as I'm just going to finish work and have a nice, relaxing game of Townstar.
I'm guessing only 20% of the people who play the competition actually enjoy the game.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I haven't formed an opinion on that, but if you think about like Farmville and the likes, any sort of town simulator game that you need to manage resources and do buildings, it's very appealing to people. It's not like this sort of mind-numbing game like Town Crush or Candy Crush, right? Because you don't even know what you're doing. You're just pushing a button to make things go bleep bleep bleep. Yeah, it's different. Here you have to. Your brain is. Your brain is more engaged in this sort of game because you need sort of to strategize at least a little bit, right? And I think it's more interesting. Like even my mom, she loves the game, and I'm thinking like, okay, I'm trying to think like what would be the average player that would get into this sort of game, right? And it used to be the Farmville people, how do you
The
call
women
it?
18 to 45.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that, and there's plenty of people that would get in. I think like if you leave out the side of the play-to-earn sort of narrative, and you just make a fun game like it is now, but fixed and better, and
Well, they are dropping that play to earn. Like Gala realized that play to earn's not the way to go, and so these games will be fun first, and with the possibility of earning, so it's play and earn.
Yeah.
Or play to earn is what they're kind of trying to change the narrative to.
Exactly, which is fine to me. I don't care about what they call it because the game works in this way, and I think
No, but it needed to be that for onboarding new people,
For
because
sure.
as soon as you have play to earn, then people think, okay, every moment I'm playing, I'm earning.
Yeah.
No,
for
you're
sure.
playing for fun.
Yeah. But I think at some point they will have to do marketing, aggressive marketing, and do like proper, videos and interviews.
Right, come play Townstar, the Farmville killer from one of the creators of Farmville.
Yeah, I mean, it takes. Listen, like everybody knows Farmville. Like literally anyone you ask on the street, anyone from whatever age you ask them, unless like 15 and younger, or 18 and younger, probably they don't know, or they heard of The Sims for sure. So
Well, anything that has the huge social interaction and aspect to the game, people have heard about just because there's some friend in their group that won't stop talking about it, and everybody at that point, once they start talking, they're like, well, if he's telling me about this every damn day and telling me about how amazing it is, I have to go click and try now.
Yeah, but I think it will come a point that people will start piling in, and and play the game. I don't know about 10 million daily users. I'm not sure. That'll be fine for me. I don't know. But it is a game that it has that capability.
Well, it does, and that's kind of what Benny's always been about, and he's like, that's why Townstar cannot fail. We will do everything to make it work, because this is going to be our, first of all, it's a flagship game, and it's also the onboarding game.
Yeah.
You get people, anybody can click and play Townstar. Not everybody's going to be amazing at it, but once they're into the ecosystem, oh, let me click on this game and try it out. Let me click on this game. Yeah.
And it doesn't need to be
Oh,
like
crap. Sorry, you gotta stop honey for a minute.
you don't need to you don't need to do the competition. You know, the competitions will be for like the pros or whatever. You know, like when you play Dota, you don't have to go to the national to the how do you call it? To the competition.
International.
Yeah.
Is it national?
The national esports stuff.
Yes. There's a name I can remember. You don't have to do that. You know, you can just play the game for fun. Like, is there more rewards to people that do this and do that more competitive way? Sure. But, you know, millions of people play that they don't play the game for the rewards. They just play the game for fun.
No.
So,
Or just to kill time. That's why almost all these games that they want to onboard people quickly, they have to have a stable mobile version.
yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure. You know, I was just looking at my game just now, and you said something about social. It's being a social game. You know what's missing on this game? Because it's sort of.
But to go visit other towns?
Well, yeah. I don't know if that's possible or not, and if that's like if it's like the social aspect, like if it's the play to earn sort of the monthly sort of situation, then fine. Or if they fix the situation with your town does not die, your town does not reset, it just keeps going until you decide to change it, because there's no reason why to reset it, right? There's just whatever.
Well, and a lot of people think Jimmy coming back would help with the social aspect too. I'm torn on that.
The what sorry?
Jimmy.
What is Jimmy?
He was the one that would allow you to send goods to towns.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that's what a lot of the bigger guilds are using to pump each other up.
Oh, okay. But yeah,
He was the neighbor delivery.
Oh, okay. I did read about that in Discord, but I wasn't sure about what.
Yeah,
it
but
was.
he has a skin that we can never use.
And yeah, I was just to finish my point. A chat box in the game.
Oh, hell yeah! I didn't even think of something like that.
Yep. I was just talking
Where you just go and click on someone's town and say, "Hey, what you doing?"
Yeah, I mean the people, like, imagine they have like a chat box in your game, and other people are just saying whatever is happening on Discord in terms of that chat, that could be happening on a kind of sort of similar way on a
You
chat
could have a
box in
global
game.
chat, a local chat. Yeah.
Why not? You know, it is a social game. You can eventually, if the game comes to that, you offer trades, perform actions on other towns, borrow, lend, all sorts of stuff that can happen, like a trade chat.
I wonder if they're going to do that with the new system.
Yeah, that's where it'll come in. Trade, the idea of trade melds into that sort of trade from one side to another.
Yeah. Imagine, like, remember when we were talking, like, I think it was last competition camp, where I was missing a little bit of money, and you had like extra money that you.
Oh yeah, like send it my way. Wish I could.
Yeah, you just send me that money, and then or I can sell you if you need some steel to finish, like a blue steel, like you need to, just jam it in. Like
And that would be insane for you. Just can have one account that is all about funding everybody else to do their best. If I just went in there like, hey guys, I will do nothing but make money and make steel, so everybody can have nuclear.
Yeah, no, I talked about this before, where it would be so cool that you could, like, you have your clan, right? You have, like, let's just say, like, 5 people.
Yep, Shabazz talked about that too for Clash of Clans.
And the meta would be blue steel, for example. I would focus, for example, on a location where I just go to the mountain and just do iron. You know, I just I produce
Yep, get
iron.
a 3 mountain location
Yeah.
and pump
And I
out
have,
iron.
like three sides of three sides of mountain. And then I just produce iron and I ship it off to you. And then
God, I wonder if you could even do that now once the greasy wheels come out.
yeah,
Because I don't think you could keep the 3 sides of or 3 mountains
that would be
going.
too much, right?
Because you wouldn't have enough trees to be able to grow with that.
True. But yeah, that would be interesting to do, like this sort of synergy in between towns that you could just, you know, like it would be.
But the problem happens when you've got a big guild
Yep.
and they've got 20 plots, you know, and they just crush everybody else.
And
Well, but
I
yeah,
think that's part of the reason they took Jimmy away, though, too, because
Yeah.
people just thought they couldn't compete with like BTB, who had it all mapped out and had a great system for it.
but the way the way I thought of it, it would be like small groups. You had limitations, not like unlimited, right? If you're doing like a clan objective, you have like 5 people or 6 people or 10 people that it is, like, you know, and you compete for those objectives. Everybody else has
But
the same.
they would also, I mean, if it did something like that, they would also have to make it be a team score then,
Yeah,
too.
exactly.
Instead of just
Team
pumping one
objectives,
person,
like guild
can't do that.
objectives.
Yep.
Guild objectives, like it would scale up. Like, for example, let's see, when you are in Diablo and you're doing a dungeon, if you're doing it by yourself, the mobs have a certain amount of difficulty. If somebody else gets in, that difficulty increases. So it's the same thing. It scales up. The more people you have on your guild, you know, there would be a system where, you know, if you're playing with 2 people, the objectives would be like 10, right? You reach that 10, goal achieved, moving on. If you have 10 people, then it would be, you know, 100, you know, and so forth. You could
There are so many possibilities they could do.
for sure. But this is the fun about this game. It has so much to offer, and the possibilities are so many, right?
Yeah,
That's what I
well,
think about this.
But as long as they iron out the wrinkles that are here first, and then we slowly implement new stuff, yeah, I think the future's bright.
Yeah, I think so too.
That's why I'm so happy to see all these great deals on OpenSea, but I can't jump yet. Can't jump yet.
Yeah, I did.
They're going up. They're going up and down.
Right. Well, unless another legendary Tesla gets posted for 31,500 gal, yeah, I'm all over that.
Did it get bought or is just offer?
Yeah, that.
Oh
no,
yeah.
it bought. Yeah.
3 minutes, I think.
Family Man was saying he was the guy that bought it. He was talking with him in Platinum chat and was as surprised as everybody else.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well. Good luck for
Right.
him.
I remember when one of those sold for like 30 ETH when ETH was like 3,500.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to say that was probably the best purchase Timbo ever made. And the only thing was he got it right away so that hopefully I could win the second energy meta before they canceled the energy meta for the second week after he bought it. So Beastie, is your mic working? You're kind of quiet.
I hope it is. But,
Hey, there's your voice
Hey
again.
there.
Oh, you heard? Oh, okay.
Yeah, we don't
I thought it
hear
was not working.
we don't hear Mr. Roboto anymore.
That's all. So,
Yeah, I've been buying a few things, but like cheap stuff, like you know, cheap skins and you know, here and there, like a little bit of this, a little bit of that, just like tiny things, you know.
Yeah, I've been trying to watch for like full skin sets get posted at a good price because I think that's gonna be
Yeah.
the thing that's gonna help out the group a lot once everything starts coming back.
Yeah, I'm accumulating skins, not because I need them, because I have already a few, but I wanna just you know, chip in.
So what's everybody's sweet spot for Dragon?
Oh my god, I also bought
Yeah.
I bought one already, not a dragon, a voucher.
Yeah.
I bought one.
come up, and if you put some decent offers down, if someone needs liquid, they might snatch it up for like 50, 60 bucks.
Who
It's
knows?
it's getting close.
Yep.
The thing is, I don't know how to do that on OpenSea.
Oh, to put an offer or to put it in wrapped ETH?
Say that again.
Well, because to put in an offer, if you're doing it in ETH, it has to be wrapped to ETH.
Yeah.
And once you go to make the offer, there is a button right there to wrap your ETH.
No, you can offer it in ETH or Gala as well.
Yeah.
I did tonight.
I just hate doing it in Gala. Well,
Yeah, I
ETH
don't
right
wanna
now
do it in
seems to be
Gala.
moving more than
Yeah.
Gala
Yeah.
does, but I had made some offers in Gala before when Gala was down, and then like overnight or when Gala was up, and then overnight like goes down 2 cents, and you're like, ah, damn it.
Yeah. So basically, when you make an offer, on wrapped ETH, it will say it will give you the option to wrap it.
Yes.
Okay. Because I see DAI, Gala, and USDC, and I'm like, well, how am I going to make an offer? I don't have wrapped ETH, and I don't want to go buy wrapped ETH and just right.
Let me see here.
So all the Dragon vouchers have actually gone up. They've almost doubled in price.
Well, at one point, number 1 was 1 ETH itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So last week or a little bit before that, the whole set was worth about $1,600. It's
Yeah.
now worth $3,000.
Well, I'm also wondering too if that might be going a little bit on the Miranda's hype, because right now with Materium payout coming out soon, and then with them saying you can buy stuff in the stores with Materium,
Yeah.
I'm thinking people are getting a little FOMO'd on Miranda's again and want to have their dragon ready for that.
But what's the Dragon going to do in Miranda's?
It's going to be your familiar.
Ah, okay.
They haven't said exactly everything it's going to do, but in every other game I've played where there's a familiar, it fights with you, it helps you carry loot, it does a lot of things. So I'm guessing too, with there only going to be a possibility of maybe 2,000 dragons in the world of Miranda's, and they want 1 million plus players, they're going to be elite, and they're probably going to be worth it.
Okay.
And considering they put the price point of dragons at $25,000 when they moved the skin packs up to $2,500, they have to do something to make it worth that.
Yeah, I agree.
And that's why I've told everybody when those skin packs were $250 and then they went to burn them and then they were moving them up in price. I'm like, these things, 5 years down the road when Miranda's is booming, they're going to be worth $20,000.
Yeah. I decided to start getting, but they are expensive right now.
All right. Okay, so when you go make an offer, I'm sorry, I'm just doing it on OpenSea right now, and you have WETH selected,
Yep.
and then you put in your amount,
Yeah.
it'll at the bottom say add WETH.
Yeah.
Then you can click on that and you can swap your ETH to wrapped ETH.
On mine just says make offer.
Yeah, so go ahead and you don't have to make the offer, just click make offer.
Okay. Right. No, when I actually put
Yeah, just put a like 0.001
yeah.
wrapped ETH, and then once you do that, if you don't have any, the button will appear saying add wrapped ETH.
Yeah.
And then once you do that, it puts you right to the swap function to basically wrap your ETH.
It's not really working because my.
Oh, here, let me.
Okay, I got it.
Oh, okay.
Got it.
Otherwise, I was going to share that screen for a moment.
The button was grayed out, so I was just like, it's saying like you don't have enough. But
Oh,
then when you
gotcha.
click it, it actually opens up the window to swap.
Yep.
So that's fine. Okay, that's done. I can.
Yeah, you got to put the amount. You got to actually enter the amount you want to pay for it to make it come out.
Yep, and then if it's not in your wallet, it'll say, oh, add it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if only I could keep those numbers up. 375 honeycomb.
Hey guys.
Hey.
Hey,
So Paladin is asking about the things that are for sale in the town store. Like, what do people think
Like in
in
the store?
yeah, in the town store discussion right now?
Oh, hold on, let me hop over there. Oh, Town Star stage on top. Oh, that's a stage. Oh great, all the gifts coming up now.
what was the question? What was that? What was
He says, what do you think about the stuff currently for sale in the town store? Egg storage, chocolatier, remaining Miranda's packs.
Okay. I'll get that.
That stuff currently in the egg storage, chocolate remaining Miranda's packs. Why? Why are you asking this? Burn them all. Egg storage, that's not a bad one now with a little bit of the town pump, but I want to hold my town coin. Chocolatier, you guys only had one meta with it and nothing since. Remaining Miranda's packs, no one wants to spend, God, what is it, like
Yeah, that's expensive.
100,000 a town coin to buy one. But they can't go change the price on them anymore. I wouldn't mind if they burned the rest, making dragons even more rare. Paladin's wondering what we'd be interested in. Huh.
Yeah.
All spider tanks and Snoop Dogg.
What? They can't make me divide my focus even further. Dude, that was awesome though, actually seeing him playing town or spider tanks.
What's he doing playing spider tanks? He should be just doing town stuff.
Right? Oh, I could really see Snoop smoking and playing Town Star. That'd be a nice chill thing for him. Spider tanks, you gotta stay too focused, too aggressive.
He rages.
I think that's all a little bit too much mental acuity for Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, he rages a lot.
Well, that I almost bought that track that I quit just after I saw the picture of the NFT. Did you guys see that one?
No.
Nah, which one is that?
Oh, okay, let me go find it. I actually think it's in the store right now. Alright, store. Oh, games store. Gala music. Is it still in there? Yeah. I almost bought it after seeing this picture. I'll put it in Discord. After I saw that picture, I wanted it.
What is this?
It's like someone threw their damn keyboard at the screen and they got their lighter right next to it with a post-it note, I quit.
Rage quit.
Yep. now you guys got me all distracted with what Paladin's saying.
They're having a weekly chat.
That's awesome though, because they said they
Yeah,
were going
that's
to do
good.
that once they took town down, so that they could keep everybody updated. So I just hope it's not going to be inundated with people saying win earnings, win earnings, win earnings.
Yeah.
It will be.
Mm-hmm. First few weeks until they kibosh it.
17. That would be nice.
Oh, Mal was talking even bigger numbers. He's like, I wouldn't mind a 32.
Yeah, and then your computer crashes basically.
Yeah,
Your
right.
browser just like cannot handle it.
17 is fine. I'm happy with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, that wouldn't be so bad. I mean,
Yeah, that would be interesting.
I would like that so you'd have a true center on the map too.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I am all about the symmetrical builds quite a bit, and I hate not being able to center shit right now.
Yeah.
You see the one I posted in the town triage? It's almost perfectly symmetrical either side.
You can always remove like one line on each side, and then you get perfect center.
Right. Yeah, just put a whole row of pawns.
Yeah.
Lumber storage.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, that's.
I wish
That's
there was
it.
an
There's been a
incinerator.
incinerate. Well, things I want for this game. A nuke bomb, a nuke, like so you can.
Well, there technically is a nuke button.
Well, no. So you just destroy your town, but you keep your funds so you can rebuild automatically. Even if
Yeah.
Oh gosh, yes.
you
That would
don't-
be great from
you don't
switching
have to,
from your
like-
rush to your final.
Yes, you don't have to like click a button and destroy
Put it in
one,
there
destroy
while
two.
Paladin's in there. That would be a great one, and I think a lot of people would love it because so many people's rush build has nothing the same as their final build.
Yeah.
What would be different about a pump in the store that would make it interesting to you? That's his question.
Well, but someone said water pumps would be handy. Like an NFT water pump, so you can place it where you need to and then be done with it when you're done.
Yeah, I don't know whether he means pump in that way.
Well, no, that he's responding to the guy that said water pumps would be handy.
Okay.
Yep.
What was I say?
Yeah, I
true.
wouldn't have to plant oak to build it in game. It'd be making it into gas production faster. Yep. So he definitely placeable NFT water pump.
You need
Yeah,
to
or
the
NFT
pump
that
so
doesn't
it's hard
fun.
fun.
Do you think it would be a good idea, or at least a feasible idea, to be able to, for example, if I want nuclear power on another tile, not mountain,
So
be
you're
able
saying
to
beyond
build-
having the 5 legendary styling rides to do it.
for example, yes.
Yeah,
I think
you
I
could
was
have
just
you could have a
mine.
mine on a normal plot without a mount. There
So
are
even like
Yeah,
a
that-
partial mountain and not a full side mountain kind of thing, or
there actually are NFTs in OpenSea
a mine
Yeah.
NFT. I got
that,
you.
that are an open cut mine.
So like we
There
got the
used to be
candy
like-
shops and
I
chocolate
don't-
shops. You're talking the mine.
I've heard,
Yeah,
I've read on that those things they were not working anymore. Those open mines.
no,
Yeah,
they're not.
There used to be a
Good
strip
idea.
mine before. It was an NFT, but they deleted it. So
Okay, they are for sale though.
Yeah.
I've seen them, but they don't.
Yeah, I've
work
seen.
on them.
I think
yeah,
I
that's
think
what
it's
they were at.
part of the thing, really. Hmm.
What is it? 6583?
Well, they've
6583.
Yeah, 6583. Yep.
Yeah, because
they took it. They
Hmm.
took it in a good light. The the nuke button idea. Both of them, Farmer Michelle and Paladin.
Nice.
Yeah.
So
Well, it's one of those things I think is needed because sometimes you don't want to move, and sometimes it takes a long time to delete everything. I tell you,
yeah,
having the ability to be able to multiple place things would be lovely too.
Mhm.
multiple what? Sorry.
Yeah, when you have to like place your tree farms, when you have a lot of trees, and then you have to click the shop
Yeah.
all the
Oh
time.
yeah,
Set
that
it just so you
Okay.
could click on one thing you want to
Okay.
build and then just click, 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 click,
Yes,
click.
shortcuts.
Yeah,
It's like
that's what you.
shortcut keys.
'Cause I have to say, when I'm building those tree farms after doing the rest of the damn build, oh, my knuckle starts hurting with that scrolling.
RSI.
Actually, zoom out so that I can.
you go and reduce your zoom all the way down to 20, so it's there every
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
I should do that. That's smart. Although I always run it in such a windowed mode, I have everything basically memorized where it is, and they add these new items, and it screws my scrolling up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also I did a suggestion on the ideas as well. So I'm not gonna put this one there, but like to have a button, where the town rotates like in specific axes. Like you can put it to 45, and it just
Oh,
moves
yes.
automatically, like rotates.
Because
it.
I hate trying to get, just that little...
Yes, I know. That's exactly what I mean.
Oh, and then it does this, and yeah.
Yes, like
Oh,
I
God,
think-
now I'm stuck. Okay.
like there's a button that rotates it 45 degrees
Yeah,
angles.
just said I want it 45, I want it
Yes.
90, I want it, yeah.
Yes.
I want it 33 degrees because I'm a little skewed.
Yeah, but you would have those options, like a little button on the corner there. You can just click it and it automatically goes to that default angle.
Right.
That would be.
So I was gonna say
good.
when I was looking at your stream stuff, it looks like you really like that 45 degrees perfectly, and I wonder, it's like, how many times does he sit here just trying to center it just right?
Look at what Farmer Michelle is saying.
Yeah, I'm seeing that. Although, if we get too much of that stuff, this game now becomes how many actions per second you can do, and all about the key bindings and the macros.
Yeah. The thing is, like, if it keeps the same way it is, you cannot build one until the other one is actually completed. Because
Oh, that wouldn't be so bad. I'd still
Yeah,
do it just to
you could
save
still,
the
like,
clicking.
yeah, you could still like tree, right? You go click T, for example. You build one, and then you would have to go into the menu, go back, and then click the tree again. So if you just do T, it saves you the hassle of getting into the menu, but you
But
would only
doesn't
allow
speed
you
up
to,
production.
Yeah, it only allow you to place the other one at the same
Yeah.
time. Right?
That
You
would be a
cannot-
good one.
Yeah, you could not do it faster than that. You would just save the time or the action of going into the menu.
And it would save your frames too.
For sure.
No, I like just getting enough money, filling the place up, and then walking away and coming back for it all to build.
Shut up, Michelle. That's a huge ass heart saying wait until you see tomorrow's leak.
What?
And that's responding right to Beastie.
When you have to plant 53 farm. Well, there you go. That might be the trick.
Uh-huh.
That might be the one, the shortcuts. Could be.
I thought they said to us the other day they weren't going to play with this engine anymore and just concentrate.
Yeah, get the new one all set up and yeah.
Well, yeah. I think there's still things that they need to keep going with this, because otherwise it's just trash, right?
I don't know though. I'm gonna be mad if this leak is something like, okay, you want to plant multiple of something, hit control, then do your left click and then drag.
No, I don't think it's going to be the same sort of building structure. I would be more inclined to see a shortcut, maybe.
Yeah, yeah, they gotta find a way to make it UI better, but not speedy for the people who can macro the hell out of it.
Otherwise, it's just overkill, right?
Yeah, then you're going, you're fixing one problem and creating a whole new one.
Yeah, for sure.
Even if you could rearrange the the menu in that shop. So okay, you're doing a sugar build or something. You just move all the sugary things up to the top, so you don't have to scroll all the way down all the time. Even that'd help.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so you could star your favorite items that you like building, so they're always up there.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
For sure. For sure.
Got me blinded by the wording, times I did miss.
So talk to me about Miranda's. How do you start?
I was gonna say we didn't get the hookup earlier on it. So what exactly are you wanting to know about Miranda's? Because Miranda's is probably tied for my second biggest gala hype train.
Yeah.
Well, how do you start? Do you need NFTs to start?
For the play tests and probably for like alpha, you will need at least an exemplar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, once they release it to the public, you need nothing.
Yeah.
You need not a single NFT.
So before we go any further with the Mirandas, I want to just make a small observation. Can we have like if possible, I mean, not mandatory, a weekly sort of chat where we can discuss or at least talk about things that we should know about? Because
Kind of just
because
an FAQ, get everybody in the same loop, so
Yes.
we're not constantly retreading information.
Yes, and like deals and opportunities and mints and NFTs and this and that. Because
Right.
I feel like, okay, we have a really tight-knit community here, but sometimes I feel like I'm not up to par with everything that is going on, and obviously everybody's different, and
Yep.
I read some news
Now-
and you read some news, so it would be
How
nice to
many of
have-
you are part of the MAFIA main Discord?
Dude, I have 300 Discord channels. I cannot keep up with
Well, you
everything.
you only need like 3 of the Mafia ones, so. But the main Mafia one, we have lots of different channels for lots of different things, and a
True.
lot of our members, when something comes up, they'll say, "Hey guys, boom, this is coming." Like one of the guys said, was it today? Oh shit, I might have missed it. But Metalcore, a new game coming out, had a free infantry mint.
Okay,
All you had to do was pay the gas to mint it.
right.
And it's a lot of things like that, like the Fuzzles. I don't know if any of you know
Exactly.
Shackle.
Exactly.
Shackle is all over that. He's actually a mod in their community, and he's part of the Mafia as well. And he drops all the Fuzzle news he ever gets, and then gives us little leaks, tells us what to be prepared for. So
Yeah.
a lot of the guys in the Mafia are kind of more centrally focused on certain games and aspects, and as soon as they have any news or any info, they dump it right into the Mafia main channel.
Main channel. Okay, I'll keep an eye out on it. Because I feel
Yep,
like
and then-
sometimes we get left behind in some things, some opportunities here.
Well, and that's part of the reason we wanted to start hosting these MOF talks more often, and I've been talking with some of the other bosses in some of the other games, just to get kind of cross awareness, talk about Mafia, talk about the games, and like Thor is our boss, he's the Guardian, and he is the boss of Star Atlas. And he is constantly busy in there. He posts YouTube videos nonstop about Star Atlas, and he has a heck of a repair organization plan for in the Star Atlas community called the Red Hands, which would be like a wrecker tow service for people that get stranded or break down.
Right.
And we're out there to help them out. But with all of our bosses and all these different games, there's so much knowledge to go around that we would love to alternate like these weekly talks between all the different games to keep everybody up to date in a whenever I talk, it's never short-winded, it's always long-winded, so it's not like you're getting quick, concise info, but you'll have more focused info.
Right. I agree.
But I would love doing quick little like 1 hour discussions each week, even just within Townstar, because we're probably going to see a lot of news every week in Townstar for a while now.
Yeah.
And I feel bad myself, I haven't even listened to the AMA. I've started to, but that audio, yeah.
Well, somebody posted like a short version about the answers that they gave. It's kind of like a short summary of what happened, and that was it for me. I didn't even pay attention to the other one.
And that is the tough thing, because in this space, I mean, it's not that old yet, but even when I first came into it, I felt I was doing okay on keeping up on things, but just the multitude of things that have exploded into the space in the year and a half I've been into it, there's no way I can keep up anymore. So yeah, having everybody with their different knowledge. I mean, I love when Shabazz goes and posts all that stuff about the markets, because I don't
Crypto,
follow
yeah.
the markets near as much as I follow all this other NFT gaming.
Yeah, I totally agree. So,
Yeah, we should definitely have little setups like that, and I mean, we could make it something too that we just record it, and then whoever can't make it, they can just go listen to the hour discussion on happenings and be caught up to speed without having to go dig for hours through all the discords and find all the leaks and everything.
yeah, that would be cool.
Although I am getting mad at their leaks, because listen to all those leaks, and then all those things, half of them that they said actually came true, and half was like, oh, you leaked me false info.
Who knows now?
Like the damn clovers. Mal showed me what the clovers were going to look like when they were harvested and when they weren't, and that was a lie.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
That was pre-production artwork, man.
Yeah, I suppose that was just a visual leak, and that was it. So, yes, I do want to do that, Pixel, and we'll have to figure out something, get that set up, because that would be a bigger boon to the community than some of these just random talks,
Yeah.
for sure.
Well, I do appreciate them, and I think we should have them more often if we if everybody's okay with it, of course,
Oh, yeah. Everybody in here, I think, likes to talk and listen, so I think they'd be okay.
For sure.
So, any more questions about Miranda Swoosh?
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah.
If I've got to buy an NFT, what's the best one to buy?
It totally depends on your playstyle. That's the great thing with all the exemplars, is they all excel at certain tasks.
I was reading that.
So, first off, before you think of any, you gotta think your price point.
Yeah.
Because if you're thinking of dropping an ETH or more, yeah, go look at the elves. See what elf is your playstyle. If you're thinking of dropping $100, look at the humans.
Hey, cool.
I bought mine for 30. Actually, it's not bad.
Holy,
Nice.
a human exemplar?
Yeah.
Which one did you buy for 30?
Let me see. Actually,
And it was even before the playtest?
it was. I think it was before the playtest.
Nice.
Let me see. Exemplar, human exemplar. Green cloaks.
Okay. Yeah, like with me, I bought one orc and a few humans.
Yeah, I
The
have that
orc
one.
I bought for the only reason was it's the orc of the long hunt. I love grinding and I hate resupplying. So orc of the long hunt can go longer without needing food and other stuff, and they can just sit there and rage while they're looting. And so that screamed to me, especially if my dragon familiar can also be a pack rat for me and carry all the stuff I'm looting, so I don't have to go drop it back off at, my house or one of the many structures we'll have in our village of the Marquis. But the other thing I wanted is I'm a pirate at nature, so I had to go and get a cartographer and a seafarer too.
Alright. Well, if you can afford them, then that's fine.
Yeah.
Well, I can't afford the boat. I'm going to be renting the boat from someone.
Oh, yeah.
I was
Oh,
about to say, yeah, just don't buy the boat.
Right?
I was looking into
No, we
the,
got
the
mafia members
dwarves.
that have assets that they can't always be utilizing, and we'll need people to utilize them for them.
That's good. That's good news. I like that a lot.
Yeah. Well, if you look at just a quick rundown, the Godfather has a village of the Marquis. He has different buildings and structures that he will be putting in there. I don't think he has enough to fill all the plots, so we'll probably be looking for other people to rent out plots in the village as well. But I also know he has like over 100 exemplars, and he can't play them all.
God damn. Oh, good for him.
All right. How many of you guys actually know our Godfather?
Is it Timbo?
Yeah, it's Timbo Slice.
Yeah. Well,
And,
I don't know him. I talked to. I think I chatted with him.
Yep, and he's kind of very open about who he is and whatnot, and he is hopefully going to be the guy that bridges professional sports and esports.
Sweet.
Because right now he is he was drafted by the Seattle Mariners right out of college.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yep, so he's currently doing their minor league circuit until they're ready to pull him up into the majors. And he's been talking with a lot of them, and he said that with the changes that we're seeing in gaming, it is becoming more and more like professional sports. You've got the hardcore athletes that are the 1 to 10% that are going out there and earning with their skill.
Mm-hmm.
And then you've got the people who own the teams who have just invested the money and get their money back based on that investment. And then you've got the fans that go and want to watch these people compete, want to go and play the games they play, even if they're doing it at a amateur level just to have fun. And they're the ones also buying the equipment to play and have fun, that are also helping support the professional players. And that's kind of what he sees as the future for the Web3 gaming as well.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Yeah.
Oh, Shabazz, you thought this was the only server? We even have this little red square that says official links and has all of our different Discords.
Yeah, there's a lot happening on the other side as well.
Oh yeah. Anything more happening in Gala chat I'm missing?
Not too much.
No, not really. Oh wow. Farmer Michelle bought gold and then a halfling exemplar. Ooh, 12 months ago for 80,000. That was a big chunk of change 12 months ago. Ooh.
70. Oh my god. Yeah, that
Right.
That was expensive. Yeah.
What did I even? I think I bought my node for. Was it 150,000? But then again, Gala was like 40 cents then.
Mm.
But yeah, if you can drop some money, I would say get one of the elves, depending if you want to be a spellcaster, if you want to see in the dark. They got different abilities that are great, and there's just going to be something amazing about an elf running around with a dragon. That's all I've got to say. Oh, I haven't looked at my town for a while. What things am I down on? Okay, I switched back to honey. Well, I had gotten up to 375 an hour for my honeycomb. But honey takes it down so quickly once you turn that back on.
I need to fix my wool situation here because it's not working.
Yeah, has anybody found the secret for wages?
Oh no, man.
God,
I'm just slowly draining money like.
switching
Oh.
back and forth.
Alright, I need to hit 5 million in the next, what time is it? In the next 8 hours, and then I'm going straight honeycomb again. And then I should have enough to make it to the end of the competition.
I hate you.
Well, then again, I also started my end, like after I did my end build, I had 6 million, and I thought, oh, I'll be fine.
No.
Uh-huh.
Not really.
No. It's the only stars versus wages competition I planned it out perfectly was way back when they first brought the candy canes. I figured it out just right to run what I had, and I ended up, I think I had less than 100,000 in money at the end.
Mhm.
17. So. I'm just worried I'm not going to stay in top 10 now. Arrgh. There's only one or two. Hey, who's this Moff Perry Town guy that's still in 24th?
He's doing pretty good, huh?
Is that the most stars you ever had, Perry? Oh, you unmuted
Yeah, I
it.
think now
Oh.
is the best. I'm doing about 305.
Nice. Yeah, you'll have 50 million stars by the end of the competition. No, wait, you'll have 55, 57. Nice. How's the money looking now?
My money is sustainable.
Okay. Oh, that's right. You have that NFT. That's right. You're the cheater.
We are.
Cheater.
Well,
Anyway, I'll be flag cheating.
my money is sustainable. I love that answer. Yeah, what would my hourly or minutely wage be at 30% less? Oh gosh, I'd be 12,750 a minute. Oh, I could sustain that. Yeah, I might have to talk to the Godfather. That actually sounds weird even saying it's like, oh, I need help. I gotta go talk to the Godfather. Now you guys do all kind of know some of the other facets the Mafia's into, right?
Mm, like what?
Like we've released an album, we're about to release a book.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Oh
if
yeah,
you
I
go
heard about the
to
book.
Ready
The book,
Play,
yes, I did hear about the
yeah,
book.
readyplayerearn.io.
Mhm.
That's actually I was hoping he was gonna show up here. Let me actually ping him and see where the doctor's at. It says he's online, so maybe I'll get him to come in here. But no, it's actually been a cool experience, and hearing his insight thoughts as he's been writing these books. I mean, he's written, God, I can't even remember how many books, but he's a historian, and that's actually his Mafia title is The Historian. He did a deep dive into the history of NASA, wrote a book on it. He's a college professor.
Oh, crazy.
He's
huh?
even made some children's books too, and he went and wrote the Ready Player Earn, basically year one in the Play and Earn metaverse.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I did read
And
that. Yeah, actually on the website. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's just it's his first year in it, and he's kind of advising everybody. So he's had the ups and downs, the trials, tribulations, the scams, and he's put it all into the book just as a kind of full disclosure.
Mm.
Here's what it was like. Here's what I'm hoping to expect.
Right. That's cool.
And then yeah, I don't know if anybody knows of the OMG Kirby songs and NFT tracks that were dropped a while back.
No.
We actually went and collected a lot of them and made an album with our own artwork and everything from the artist Mitward. And some of those tracks are great chill stuff, and I'm actually probably going to start putting them over some of my Town Star stuff since we don't have to worry about copyright strikes.
Oh, that's interesting. I'd be down for that as well. For sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the
Yeah.
album's actually out right now on all the platforms. Were you saying something there, Goda?
Where's the link to the album, man?
Let me see if we actually got it linked anywhere here. You just have to search under the artist Mitwerd, Mitwerd on like Spotify. I'm not sure on Apple Music, but I mean it was listed on all the major platforms, and I just found it on Spotify.
Okay,
let's
I'll
see
search for
here. And it's gonna be titled "Let There Be Light." Let me find the link here. Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube. I can